Well, welcome to a new video. So since one of my first SMMA videos kind of blew up, I've received a ton of emails, questions. People have been tracking down my entire social history and where my social platform is, which is kind of crazy. But and since the videos, I've released another 3 different videos. So go check them out if you want, because they're really helpful. I believe it is, at least. But one of the main questions was, how did I get clients without any case studies? So I started my agency in June of this year, and I managed to get my first client within 2 weeks of starting. And I explained in the video, I'll kind of summarize it. Basically, I started an Instagram channel, focused on Instagram, and I would build a personal profile around the industry that I was in. And within 2 weeks, I was able to close my first client. Now, the main question is, how did I manage to close my first client without any case studies? Now, here's a solution to not having case studies. So what I did with this first client is so obviously when I was creating this content for Instagram, the people I reached out to, I basically created an ideal prospect. So this ideal prospect, they needed to have an X amount of followers, they needed to have at least a website, and they needed to be at least 1 to 2 years in the industry that they're in, because I didn't want to go with beginners. And the reason why I did this is, there's 2 factors, because they're local industries, the more they're in the industry, the more connections that they have. So let's say if I get this client eventually, and then it goes well for them, and they the thing is, because they built connections within their field, they can easily refer me on to new clients. And referrals are one of the easiest way to get clients, and you can build your entire agency just on referrals. It is hard because if your service delivery isn't good, that won't work. But I knew if you're confident in your service delivery, and you just need that first client, just create like a avatar of your ideal prospect, and go only outreach to the clients that you believe that in a long-term effect, they can give you more benefits, etc. So essentially what I did is, when I was outreaching to this client, is obviously I was making the content, and he became a follower. Now he had over 5,000 followers on Instagram. So he was creating content himself. So when I was creating this content on Instagram, he was commenting on my posts, he was liking on my posts, and I did not reach out to him for the first 1 to 2 weeks of him finding my account. I didn't sell him anything. Basically what I did the same for him. So he was liking my content, and I was showing up on every story, like replying to his stories or replying to his content, like actually leaving meaningful things into his posts. And even though he had 5,000 followers, not many people were leaving meaningful comments just like me. Now, don't make it excessive. Don't comment meaningful comments on every single one of his posts. That's not normal. It just looks like they probably think, don't you have any other time to do anything else? So I was liking, commenting, and then what I did is, one day I decided to slide into the DMs. Okay. And then I just said, hey man, just start the conversation, like, hey man, how's it going? How's business going? So straight casual, like, we've already seen each other. We know what each other look like. We know that, we've been kind of building that relationship through liking and commenting on each other's posts. And then what I did is, I just got into the DMs, because ultimately the aim is, I want him to become my client, right? My aim is for him to become my client. What I did is, I started making these conversations like, hey, how's your business going? How many teams do you have? How many, how many guys you got on your team? Where are you at? Like 2 years, just kind of understanding where he was. And then I pivoted the conversation into a business conversation, where like I was talking to him. So where are you at now? Like, what have you tried? Are you meeting your expectations of where you want the business to be in time? Like, I think he was doing like 5K a month. So I was like, asking him questions like, what are you trying to do? Anything? And guys, this is all in the DMs. Are you trying to do anything that gets you to your goal of 10K a month, which was his goal at the time? And eventually, we started from a casual conversation to now a business conversation. And through this business conversation, he ended up saying that his goal is to average like 10 leads per week. Now, this is where I have leverage now, because this is where I come in. And I say, obviously I'm creating, my brand is just about helping in his industry. So I was like I just said this to him, how about I send you a video which kind of explains what we can do for your service. Now, the video that I explained, I created that video. Just go check out the video. But in that video, I also said, use case studies, but you can kind of, instead of using case studies, you can switch it up with testimonials or something like that. But like, watch the video. And if you have any questions about the video, you can leave a comment in the description down below, and and I'll reply to them. So basically, I built this conversation, and he was like, he was happy, he was like happy to watch it. He watched the video, and then it turned out, he's already tried running Google Ads. It's not going well. So what did I do? I said, how about I just give me your customer ID so I can link to their account, and then I can just observe, what's going on in their account. Obviously, I know how to run Google Ads, so this was so easy for me to understand where it was going wrong. And guess what I said to him? I said, okay, so give me your account. And obviously we've already built this trust now, so like essentially we're kind of friends. So he gave me access to his account, and I said to him, just give me 2 to 3 days, I'll get back to you, we'll hop on a call, and what we can do is we can go through the issues within your Google Ads account, and I'll show you why it's not working. And in the actual sales call, all I was doing is basically saying what's wrong about his thing and where it was going wrong, and basically what we can do to better improve it. And it was probably the most easiest close. And I just said, this is how much we charge, and I got him as a client, and I didn't even have to leverage case studies. In what I was leveraging is the trust that I built in that 1 to 2 weeks time of building like that connection with him. That was what I leveraged. So if you don't have case studies, the best thing I'd say is build a personal brand, or the best thing I'd say is, I'd say the easiest way is to build a personal brand, because this is what I did to get my first client. So that's the only thing I can advise on. So hopefully that helped you guys. This is exactly what I did. So let me know in the comment down below if you need any more, because I'm planning to create a video around like the type of content I made, because that's the next question, obviously. What is the type of Instagram content I made? So let me know if you guys want to see that, and join the Facebook group down below, and I'll catch you in the next one.